Start with the hands to understand the seat hands in bowspring, starting with the base palm and massage a bit the middle of the hand or the base palm middle. So try to release and deepen this area. You already see that I'm softening the fingers and curling them, and then activating the periphery. So like squeezing it together to even hollow the middle more. And then already going into the middle of the hand and finding really a sort of center point. Squeeze that in and see if you have a reaction of the fingers. So if you're deepening this center point, the fingers can curl softly. There's no tension in the finger. It's not coming from the finger, but it's coming from the center. And this is very important for everything later. So you have here a hollowness which flows into the middle of the dome shape of the hand, which is activated. Maybe try this also by the squeezing of the inner and outer edges. And then again, hollowness here creates soft fingers. Curling the fingers, putting the thumb on it. This is easy explained, the seat hand. Ooh, a fly comes. Go to the other side. So you have sort of 3 points here, the middle created by these 2 muscles. Then we can call this the center point, which creating a hollowness in the hand. So the hand is not flat and stretched, it's hollow. And I should say centered, but also soft. Soft fingers, thumb. Yeah, so this is the idea of the seed hands. And later, or maybe soon, we start to create a sort of centering, like the centering creates a hollowness, and this is the energy we can bring into our hands, into our arm, into the shoulder area, and then into the middle of the heart. For the shoulders, it's very important that we see here this deltoid muscle, which is not too short in the front and not too lazy in the back. So we widening the shoulder girdle, I will say. And then maybe one thing extra here, maybe I get up a bit. We will work with internal and external rotation. Maybe I go to the mat and explain it, that you see my full body. Maybe let's start already in sitting, and then we can go into the ideas. So also here carefully, soft like a cat. Pelvis is already working, coming into a nice hero seat. Starting again with the fingers, and then later we look to the rotation. Softening first. Really sense your fingertips and softening them around the bone of the knee. Really sense each finger. And already here, try when the fingers are soft to hollow in the middle of the hand and a little bit squeezing of the base palm. With this already, you activate the inner elbow. They are also creating, this is also creating hollowness in the inner elbow. And when you think you're sucking this energy, which is created to the hollow, into the shoulder, then also finding around is like a little ball under your armpit, which lifts and widens the shoulder girdle. From this, you can come easy into glow pants. Here you can find a little push, but not too much, from the fingertips into each other. Create still a hollowness, not squeeze, not too long, little hollowness into the base palm, elbow, and already into the armpit. And now try to lift all sides of the rib cage, the side, the back, and the front. Now push again and finding a connection to the inner heart when you do that. So push the fingers into each other, creating a counter energy here, which is flowing up into the middle of the heart. With this alignment, just melting into the mind, maybe stretching even a little bit the forehead with your thumbs. And from there, creating again seed hands, squeeze, hollow, soft fingers. And from here now, starting to turn a bit in and out, just feeling, aha, okay, I can turn internal and external. Internal the arms and external. Let's do a little adjustment here also. Stretch the bone out of the socket. Stretch it away and feel that then the shoulder blade gets to the side, gets wider. Also here finding this, what I was calling the inner spiral. Spiral the triceps a bit up and maybe even massaging here the trapezius a bit forward. So squeeze it a bit, pull it out and widen. And then grabbing the biceps and start maybe even under the armpit and sensing the bone in a rotation. Starting upper arm, elbow, hand, squeeze still. And then you sort of like the external rotation for me roots it first into the shoulder joint and then sink your heart, expand into your fingers and then reach out the arm and see what that makes for you. So it's a wideness and engagement. Let's look to the other side. Maybe I show it from here. So reach out first. When I'm doing this, I sense the tissue, or let's say the skin, which gets a stretch, not only muscle and bone. So I try to create a wideness in the back side. It feels so good. Yeah. Even here, you can put it into the elbow. From here, deepening this, like turning it in and forward. It's okay to turn it once forward, just to open and to stretch also the back side. But then create this external rotation, biceps, and even feel the bone rotating in its socket. The humerus bone, external rotate, elbow, lower arm, hand. Pull out and spiral on the same time. It is really, it's like counter forcing, which are forces who are balancing the joint. In, out, external, internal, all this in a way together. So one more time, turn the hands in, but not only the hands, turn really the arms in, but still try to expand the heart. This is very important that we're not closing the shoulders here. Now squeezing the center of the hands, pull energy into the heart, really like sucking it in, like nourishing yourself, your heart. And then first from the heart, start to expand, then start the spiral. Shoulder, elbow, arms, and that feels then very easy to lift up the arms. And here we go now. Stretch side to side, ribs, squeeze still the base palm, suck in and spread out. Enjoy lightness.